What's up guys? In this video I'm going to be talking about whether you should be wearing gear or not. I'm just going to start off by saying we all know that we should be, right? Now, me personally, do I wear gear all the time? No, I don't. It depends on where I'm going and what I'm doing. Like right now I'm wearing a full face helmet, a mesh jacket, gloves, and riding shoes. I never wear riding jeans because that's just really inconvenient. I used to wear the riding jeans to work, and then I'd have to go to the bathroom and change. I would wear the riding jeans to the gym, and I would have to change into my gym clothes, my gym shorts, and definitely don't feel like wearing riding jeans if I go out to an amusement park. You know, you don't want to be wearing riding jeans and it's about close to 100 all day for hours walking around in that. But basically, I wear gear most of the time. I mean, at the very least, you guys want to be wearing a full face helmet, gloves, a mesh jacket, regular jeans, and even just regular shoes if you wanted to. Another reason why I don't wear full gear all the time is because it's just too hot sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like getting on the bike and wearing a t-shirt. Or like if I'm going to the gym, I kid you not, I will just wear my gym clothes and my helmet. You know, my gym clothes are what? Running shoes, basketball shorts, t-shirt, maybe a hoodie, and yeah, just my helmet. I used to wear full gear to the gym, but like I said, I got pretty tired of you know, having to get to the gym, changing into my gym clothes, you know, putting all my motorcycle gear into a locker. Should I be wearing full gear to the gym? Yeah. But is it practical? No. Like I said, I used to wear you know, 100% full gear to work. You know, the helmet, the jacket, the gloves, the riding jeans, the riding shoes. So I'd get to work, I would go to the bathroom, change out of my my riding jeans. I put my shorts on, but after a while that started getting old, so I just started skipping the riding jeans, just wear my regular jeans. And eventually, when it's over 100 and I'm working and it's really hot, I got to a point where I would just wear my work shorts, a mesh jacket, and my helmet. You know, sometimes you gotta just make an educated decision on what you're gonna do. Now, good thing when I was in my motorcycle accident, I was wearing full gear. I was wearing a helmet, motorcycle gloves, a mesh jacket, riding shoes. I was not wearing riding jeans, and my legs did get some cuts on it, but they weren't too bad. Now my upper body, even though I was wearing a riding jacket, a mesh jacket, I actually still got some road rash. And I just imagine how much worse it would have been had I been wearing a t-shirt or even a hoodie. I'm so glad I was wearing gear that day. I actually still have a scar on my arm from that. Ooh, this is a big one. A lot of people don't wear gear because they just straight up think it looks kind of nerdy or dorky. Sometimes it can, like if you're just doing what I'm doing now, or like if you're going to work and you know you're wearing the full leather suit, yeah, it could look a little bit ridiculous. But you can wear gear, or you can buy gear that looks like normal clothes. Like the shirt I'm wearing now, or the flannel I'm wearing now, it's not a regular flannel. It's actually a mesh jacket designed to look like a regular flannel. You can't even tell it's a mesh jacket. And you know, like you can always get riding jeans that look just like regular jeans. And the riding shoes, you could actually get some that just look like, man, they just look like regular tennis shoes. So if you're worried about the look, there's plenty of options available. Another thing, this is a pretty big reason, and it's a valid excuse. Gear can be expensive. Like you guys just went out and spent thousands on a motorcycle, you're either, you know, potentially making payments on the motorcycle and potentially have high insurance, depending on what bike you got. So shelling out, you know, a couple $100 for a helmet, already kind of pricey. So you have to have a helmet. I mean, depending on what state you're in, but you should always wear a helmet anyway. And then the mesh jackets, or any type of jacket, usually go for around, I don't know, 150 to a couple $100, which is not cheap for most people. You know, the riding jeans could be kind of expensive, the shoes could be expensive, so that's a valid point. So if you want to wear gear and you simply just can't afford it, my best piece of advice to you at that point, just buy gear, you know, piece by piece. You know, get yourself a good quality full face helmet, then you get the jacket, you know, then you get the riding jeans, then you get the shoes. You should actually get the gloves after the helmet. But yeah, so if you can't get all at once, which, you know, is pretty expensive, just go piece by piece and go from there. You don't have to wait till you have all the gear to buy your motorcycle. A lot of people say that, you know, if you don't have the gear, don't even buy the motorcycle. No, you can go ahead and get the motorcycle first. You know, just get the gear piece by piece. You always do it that way. Like I said, guys, it all comes down to personal preference, and you know, we're all adults here. If you're willing to accept the risk, go ahead and wear no gear if you want to. Like I said, I don't wear full gear all the time, but when I hop on the bike, I know the risk that I'm taking. Also, this isn't to sound negative, but you could be wearing, you know, an airbag vest. You could be wearing full leathers, and you could still get killed in a motorcycle accident. So I mean, there you go with that. The other thing about gear, guys, you know, don't listen to what everybody tells you. Do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, I'm just going to be honest with you, I find wearing gear to be very uncomfortable. And everybody out here, you know, myself included, we don't ride for the enjoyment. And if wearing gear takes the enjoyment out of your ride and just makes it miserable, well, then don't wear it. I mean, that's your choice, right? And there's some people who are terrified, you know, to hop on the bike without gear, and they're so scared to the point where it ruins their enjoyment. Then yeah, wear the gear. Do what you want to do, make an educated decision, or an informed decision, and you know, there's that. Another thing with the gear too, you don't necessarily have to get a full leather, you know, jacket in order to be protected. You could get something like I'm wearing now, which is just like a mesh jacket, and they still provide pretty good protection. They have padding in it, you know, the shoulders, the elbows, back, which can protect you, you know, your spine from, you know, breaking or causing some sort of injury there. It goes for the shoes too. You don't have to get, you know, those, I think they're like knee-high, you know what I'm talking about, like they look like boots you wear on a track. You know, you don't have to wear those for street riding. I mean, those are your, you know, the safest options. Like I said, you can just get a nice pair of riding shoes that'll protect your ankle and your foot pretty well, and you're good to go. This is like regular tennis shoes. A lot of the times too, people who wear those boots, they don't really wear that. You know, they don't really wear it for protection. They just wear it as like a fashion statement or an accessory. Like you look, they'll be wearing like a t-shirt, jeans, and then they'll have on, you know, the Alpine Star boots that look like you're about to go on a track. So like, you don't need to do that. Some of the gear does look cool though. Like I will say, I think boots like that look cool. So, yeah, that was my opinion on that. Now the full face helmets, I would suggest everybody wear one of those. You know, like, yeah, I understand the wind on your face feels good, but man, if you get into a wreck in one of those half helmets or brain buckets as they call them, your face is basically just fucked. You're seriously gonna fuck your face up, and you're gonna wish you were wearing a full face helmet. So yeah, that's something I would just recommend for everybody. Like, I'm always gonna wear a full face helmet no matter what. In my opinion, the full face helmet actually look cool. You know, you get like a tinted visor. You know, they look pretty cool. They also they protect your face from rock. You just shit hitting you in the face. Like when I'm on the freeway, I have rocks hit me in the face all the time, but I'm wearing a full face helmet and I can just hear it. And I just think to myself, if I was wearing a half helmet, that'd probably cause me to, you know, probably cause a cut. Something like that, you know? Yeah, guys, just wear what you want to wear. Have a good time. Make sure you really enjoy riding that motorcycle. That's going to be it for this video, guys. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It'll really help the channel out. Thank you, guys. Be safe.